displays. Are you ready? Are you up and at 'em? Are you ready to sparkle and shine and give them what they paid for? They didn't pay for anything. You cheap. I can't cuss on this one.
No.
Hi. Welcome to All Things Internet, a show where we talk about things we see on the internet.
5, 6, 7, 8.
A show where we talk about things we see on the internet that usually have to do with the internet, and Emily tries her gosh darnest to fact check whatever I might find relevant. We are not a news source. We talk about what we want, and today I want to talk about good things.
Yeppers.
Emily, how you doing? I haven't done this in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I was in New Zealand, and then I didn't want to do it. So here we are. There is dog fur everywhere.
Dog fur everywhere, drool everywhere, but no cuddles. Where are my cuddles?
He gave me, at least you got the head. He gave me the butt.
I got the butt all last night, and he was a tootie boy.
You a tootie boy. You tooted on Mama M.
I had to get up out of my bed, go get the couch blanket, and put it over his butt because he wouldn't stop farting. It was so bad.
Oh, you idiot.
How am I doing? Wow. Thank you for asking. I had to think for a second. My upstairs neighbors, love them, what little gems they are, decided to have a dance party until 2 a.m. Finally, they called it quits. I fell asleep at 2:15. And then my next door neighbor, whose TV is mounted right next to where the head of my bed is.
Oh, yes.
Decided to watch Star Wars at 6 a.m. So
I just don't understand, because I've lived in an apartment before.
Right.
I've done my time in the apartments, right?
Yeah.
I could do it again. But I was always aware that my neighbors shared a wall with me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I have a house now with a yard.
Mm-hmm.
And when it hits 11 p.m., if we're having a party, hey, y'all, you got to come inside because I have neighbors.
Right.
I don't understand how people aren't aware of the fact that neighbors exist.
At 10:59, you go to your shed and get the broom and start sweeping everyone inside.
I literally do.
You chase everyone inside.
Some people here know Devin she's been on Rachel Uncensored a couple times, and she has fought me. It was like 2 a.m. She's like, I'm whispering. And I was like, Devin, I can hear you. I'm inside and I can hear you.
Yeah.
Which means my neighbors can hear you.
Your backyard, your house, actually, if you have any of your giant doors open, it echoes. I can hear you from the street.
And I know my neighbors have kids.
Yeah.
So if everything's closed, I'm actually pretty far away from the majority of my neighbors. I only have one behind me and they're kind of set back a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. I don't have to be crazy, obsessed with noise, but I am aware that after 11 p.m., my doors should be closed and people shouldn't be outside.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had downstairs neighbors, I wouldn't be having a dance party.
Right. I'm so sorry. My phone.
Emily's phone went off.
So popular.
Emily, this is a very important.
Sorry, I would never.
Very structured.
Who would ever be on their phone in the middle of a podcast?
This is professional.
It's
I have a text message. My mom.
It was my mom too.
Oh my god. Okay, mine's okay. Well, my mom's she can't remember the password to her phone.
Has she been texting you from her Apple Watch?
Yes.
Okay.
And she just texted me again that she still can't remember it. I said go to sleep and don't try not to think about it and you'll just magically remember it.
Yeah. No.
She just still can't. So.
Oh, well. Okay. Trip to the Apple store, I guess.
What'd your mom say?
She said, hi, I love you, sweetheart, and I miss you.
That's false. She didn't say any of that.
No. She said, your sister is my favorite child. Wish you'd never been born. XOXO, mommy. So.
Mommy?
Mommy. But, yeah. What? I've had to go knock. Well, I mean, we all know. Well, I don't know if we all know, but there was an incident with my upstairs neighbor where I went and knocked, and now I'm scared he's going to. But my next door neighbor, I went and knocked 3 weeks ago and was like, dude. And it was some, I want to say 55-year-old man, lives by himself. I mean, getting to it. But yeah, he was answered the door. I knocked on his door at 6:45 a.m. because the wall had been rattling for so long. And I sleep with an industrial fan on.
Yes.
And a noise app on my phone.
One of her ears doesn't work.
Yeah, and I'm deaf in one ear. And it was still keeping me awake.
I think 8 a.m. to 11. Okay, on weeknights, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's fair.
Weekends, 11.
Fine.
Right?
Fine.
Totally fine.
Yeah. But yeah.
Headphones exist if you really want to beep bop around to something.
Yeah. So I just didn't sleep a lot. But other than that, I'm like doing good. I'm doing good, I think.
All right.
What about you? What about you?
I'm good. I did yoga this morning.
What?
Okay.
I just can't picture you being that still.
I do yoga a lot.
What?
I love my stretches.
How did I not know this?
I don't know. I do yoga a lot.
I'm trying to visualize it and it's really hard for me.
It's really good for my body.
Yeah. I can't.
How do you think I'm so flexible?
Are you?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think that's true.
No, my back hurts a lot less. My body hurts a lot less when I do yoga, so I try and do it.
Okay. That's really cute. I love that. I literally cannot picture.
Well, because I don't do it around you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, can you like record yourself next time so I can get the visualization?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I have. It's been in vlogs before.
Oh, yes.
Emily, your job is to look through my vlogs.
I watch all of your vlogs.
She'd be like, have you done this thing yet? I was like, it's literally in today's vlog. She'd be like, oh, right, about that.
Yeah, you're like, it's the title of my vlog.
It's in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know. I've just looked through the comments.
It's true.
But I'm good. Yeah, I woke up. I've been trying to force myself to wake up at 7:30. I don't have to get out of bed.
Okay.
But I have to get out of bed by 8. And then I just was like, hey, I've got nothing to do. And I didn't have enough vlog footage or Snapchat stuff to post. So I was like, instead of work, I'm going to work on my body.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
And then I set up this podcast.
I feel like cute is so condescending. What's another word? I feel like that's really cool. Snazzy.
Jazzy. I want jazzy. I want everything I do to be jazzy from now on.
We can do jazzy.
All right. Well, I want to talk about good news and what we've learned on the internet this week. We want to be more happy educational. So what good news do you have? I have one.
Go.
No. What?
No.
You were going to ask a question.
Well, I was going to say, do we really want to throw the word educational in there?
Did I say educational?
You did.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about what I learned. It doesn't actually mean that it's probably right.
Thank you. There we go. Disclaimer.
Again, we do not. Well, Emily tries to fact check her stuff, but if it comes out of my mouth, you don't know where it came from.
Sometimes I will just say, I don't know where I was going with. I literally got 3 hours and 45 minutes of sleep. I am dead.
I'm sad for you because you've been on a good sleeping train.
I have, because I'm really trying. Like, and it's because I don't want to get sick. Because my girlfriend's coming to visit tomorrow, and I'm so scared I'm going to get sick because this is the longest we've been without seeing each other. It's been over a month. It's been like a month and a week, I think. And I don't want to be sick while she's here, because it doesn't matter if it is the tiniest little cold or whatever.
You're disgusting.
I am
during it.
Down for the count.
You really are. And I got a 1-day cold this week.
Right.
I woke up and as I was falling asleep, I was like, oh, my nose is running. And I was like, dang it. And then I had a terrible night's sleep. I woke up and I went into the shower and steamed myself out. And it was just like nasty, gross, loogie snot balls, just disgusting. And I was like, dang it. And then my head was so congested all day. And I was tired and I was miserable all day. And I was like, I have a cold, but I had to work. So I worked. And then I went to sleep that night, took Tylenol PM. And I woke up in the middle of the night. I think I broke a fever. I had to tear off all my clothes, lay on the bed. And then I woke up the next morning completely fine. I had a singular day cold.
Right. That does not exist in my world.
I take lots of vitamins.
I do too.
I have smoothies. And I get full night sleeps.
No.
Yeah. So there it is. There it is. My night sleeps, I think, are my saving grace there.
Yeah.
Because I still worked. I didn't rest all day.
I know. I literally said to you at one point, you were walking in and out of the wood shop holding massive tools as snot was running down your face. I was like, do you want a nap? You were like, no.
I had things to do. I vlogged. Yeah. I had to vlog. Yeah. So we have different immune systems.
Yeah. Yeah. And mine's always sucked. It's sucked since I was literally a baby. Because you know how sometimes when babies, I don't want to say it's a fact, but I've noticed a trend when babies are born premature, they get sick a lot easier for the rest of their lives. Yeah. And I wasn't born premature. I was very late. 9 pounds, 8 ounces. I was a hefty
You were hefty.
girl.
I think I was either heavy 8s or light 9s. I can't remember.
Yeah. I was a thick girl. I was actually so large that I had to be a C-section. My head was so large. I had to be a C-section.
I was a C-section too. That's because the rest of them were all C-sections.
Well, and yeah, but I wasn't premature, and I mean, I didn't really eat well as a child, and I don't
Neither
eat well
did I.
now. But
see, that's the thing. You have to
Yeah.
take care of yourself, Emily.
But I eat so much fruit. Like, it's so much and I take my vitamins at night. But I
but
don't.
you're eating a lot of sugar a lot. You eat a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
And you don't sleep. I think sleep is the main thing.
Yeah.
Like, they've proven through studies, in my knowledge, I don't quote me on this, that like
don't Google it either.
Don't Google it. But like lack of sleep can make you go delusional and cause all these like negative symptoms. Like you can go crazy.
It's horrible for you. It's like it has been proven. Like,
see, I was right.
Yeah, the like long-term lack of sleep is like increases your chances of dementia, cancer.
Yeah, those were the things I was saying.
Yeah, obviously. That's what I'm like parroting you right now, you know, mimicking.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I know it's not good and I need to be better. I'm trying.
All right. Before we get into our good news of this week and what we've learned, let's check to see if we have a sponsor for today. Sponsor. ZocDoc. ZocDoc is our sponsor for today. You know that feeling you get when you finally find the thing you've been searching for on the internet? After spending hours researching and reading thousands of reviews, you find it. This thing, whatever it is, a hoodie, a dog collar, a pair of shoes. It literally checks all your boxes and it has 5 stars. And it arrives in just 48 hours. So why is it that you can get the most random, wonderfully reviewed thing from around the world in just 2 days, but when you want to see a good doctor, it takes forever to get an appointment? Not to mention, how do you know if they're even good? Thankfully, there is a way. It's called ZocDoc, a place to find and book great doctors who actually have amazing reviews, many with appointments available within 24 hours. ZocDoc is a free app where you find amazing doctors and book appointments online. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat almost any condition you're searching for. The average wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is just between 24 and 48 hours. That's it. You can even score some same-day appointments. Once you find the doctor you want, you book them immediately with just a few taps. No more waiting awkwardly on the phone with a receptionist. Go to ZocDoc.com/allthingsinternet and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/allthingsinternet. ZocDoc.com/allthingsinternet. But the good thing I saw this week was Scott Hoying got married.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But what's he from?
Pentatonics.
Okay. I really am not into that kind of music.
Acapella?
Yes. Except unless it's Pitch Perfect. I love those movies. I will.
How can you like Pitch Perfect and not Pentatonics?
Because Pitch Perfect.
Pentatonics is so good you don't even realize that it's all voices.
Yeah. It just gives me Glee vibes.
And Pitch Perfect doesn't?
It's because it's making fun of, right? Because like I feel like the whole series is like making fun of how serious everyone takes acapella.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Well, Scott Hoying is a phenomenal singer.
And gay.
And he and his husband got married.
Yeah.
And they got, at the reception I saw through 1 second of Instagram looking, at the reception, they both got 777 tattooed on their wrists.
Oh.
And they got married on July 7th.
Oh.
But I don't know what the other 7 is for. Maybe 7 years together. Can someone tell me?
Maybe it's their angel numbers.
It could be.
Yeah.
And that's why they got married on July 7th.
Maybe.
Where's the 7? They have to have been together for 7 years. It's the only thing in my brain that makes sense.
Yeah, you're like, it couldn't possibly be angel numbers. There has to be
a logical reason for this. Yeah. Oh, and also, I didn't know this, but I saw that Zoella is pregnant again. She's in her first trimester, and I didn't realize she was pregnant again.
What did she get popular for?
Oh, how?
I know. I was never.
Why are you cussing at me?
I'm so sorry. I was never a Zofella. Is that what her fan base is called? I don't know.
She. This was the height of YouTube of like Tyler Oakley, Grace Helbig.
Yeah.
Who I also saw. This is sad news. I only want good news this week, but sad news. Grace Helbig got diagnosed with breast cancer.
How old is she?
Mid to late 30s.
That's scary.
Yes. But she posted a really genuine Instagram video about it, and I just wish her the best. But anyway, that was like when in the height of all those people.
Yeah.
They Zoe and her brother and her, I think they're married now. I don't know if they're still just boyfriend, girlfriend. But like they were all the British YouTubers.
British?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Zoella, that girl, talk about aesthetically pleasing.
Oh.
She would decorate for every season. She was like perfect nails, but the sweetest human being on the planet. And so,
because normally when you get people that are like so particular like that, it's like, I don't know how to describe it, like sassy.
Hoity-toity? Yeah. No, so she, I think she launched a makeup brand, maybe? I don't know. She did makeup, and she just was like arts and crafts and how to decorate, and I think she had candles, and she wrote a book, and she was just one of the OG YouTubers.
Did it all.
Okay. And then her and Alfie is her significant other. I have no idea if they got married. I literally missed that whole chapter if they did. But they went off the internet for a little bit, and then they kind of came back. I don't know if they're posting YouTube videos, but I know they do Instagram again. And they have they've had one kid, and now she's pregnant with a second.
Wow.
This is my limited knowledge because I have not looked into it, but I just randomly will go on Instagram and be like, "Oh,
yeah,
tap, swipe."
That's really cute. Yeah. Okay,
those were
Jazzy.
No, I'm Jazzy.
Oh, sorry. Then that's really cute.
She is cute. She's the definition of cute. Yeah. So she's adorable, and she's pregnant again.
I love that. Yeah. Okay, I have a confession. It took me because I knew who Glozell was.
Yes.
It took me a really long time because I didn't know what either of them looked like. I just knew people talked about them. It took me a really long time to figure out that Glozell and Zoella, were two different people.
Very, very different human beings, different comedy, different, just all everything.
Mm-hmm.
They have different YouTube videos,
but they sound like Glozell, Zoella, you know?
If you met either of them. Yeah.
Well, I realized it because you have Glozell's book over there. I think.
Is you okay?
Yeah. Book. And I was flipping through that one day while I was waiting for something to like upload or download, and I was like, oh, okay,
different human being.
Yeah, because I had known what Zoella looked like because I think my girlfriend sent me something off of her Pinterest. I don't know. And
off her Pinterest board because she's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, so
she was. I was like, I'd look at her pages and her stuff and be like, who has the time? She does. And I'm happy for her, but she's one of those people where I was like, our brains will never work the same way as each other.
No. We're too chaotic.
We're way too, I can't for the life of me decorate because things, I want them to have a purpose. Like I see all these things, my beautiful girlfriend decorated this. Yeah. And I'm like, this is gorgeous and I love it. But I would never walk into a place and be like, I need to get this triangle thing with the hole in it and stick a flower in it.
Home goods is not your jam.
I could get you furniture all day long.
Right.
I'll build you the furniture. But I can't buy something if it doesn't have a purpose, but I appreciate when they exist.
Yeah. Well, that's why you two balance each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
All right. What are your good things?
Okay.
Oh, you wrote them down. Oh.
Yeah. I'm an overachiever.
You don't just remember things?
Yeah. No. That's not how my brain works. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. Scrolling. And yes. Okay. We want like actual good news stories.
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, okay. All right. Actual good news stories. I loved this one, and this one goes out to Joy, and you'll see why. Okay, so
is it dog related?
How did you know? So this one, it's off of Good News Network. It says a driver stops a train to rescue a pug.
Oh,
yeah. So it says that Michael Jones, he was okay. Also, mind blown. I knew that conductors existed, right? Like I knew that they sat at the front of the train and pressed buttons. I thought trains were fully automated and they were just there like to like
for show,
double check
to make it look jazzy.
Yeah, to make it look jazzy. I didn't realize they actually like a pilot, like they drive the train.
I mean, they're not steering.
Right.
What do you? It's just
but
they
control the speed.
Yeah, I figured someone was there controlling the speed of the train. I'm sure they can go on chill for a bit, but then when they come up to the stations, they gotta be like.
Didn't know that.
Man, I'm good at sound effects.
You are.
Thank you.
So that was something I learned. So
Educational.
Michael Jones was driving the train, and he said as they were coming up to like a train stop, so he you know, the train was about to stop anyway. He saw this little flash of red dart into a bush, and so he kind of like stopped the train to let people on and off, got out and looked in the bush, and there was a little tiny black pug that was sitting there, and he was like shaking and really sad. So he delayed the train for an hour. Well, I would too. While he called the owner, like the number on the tag, and got the owners. And apparently the pug had run away the night before because he was in the backyard going potty, I assume. And some car backfired, and the noise scared him, and so he bolted. Yeah, and
that's why I believe in completely fenced-in yards if you have dogs.
Yeah,
like no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
You just never know.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about like my dogs, if they truly wanted to, could escape my yard. Like Blaze can jump so high. I have a 5-foot fence, but this boy could probably jump 7 feet if he really, really wanted to. But it's just he's never had a reason to.
That I wouldn't want to. You have my dental bones.
Yeah, like if he's also really dumb. We're up on a hill, so all the things happening are down below, and I don't think he thinks that he has to jump up to get down. Him and Snoop both just like if there's a dog down below on the street, they're just going at the ground.
Yeah,
and they're like, if you just jumped up. You could get down.
Yeah, no, but
they don't think about it. But
you don't need to know that, Blaze.
He doesn't speak English. It's okay.
That's right.
But I hear a lot of stories about people being like, where I was hanging out in the yard with my dog and a firework went off and they went bolting, and I'm like, I try and protect your doggies, but I don't blame those people at all. Like they don't know the fireworks about to go off or whatever. Like but fenced in backyards. I know a lot of on the East Coast, there's a lot of people just open yards or like 3-foot fences because. There, it's considered rude to put a fence up between you and your neighbor. No.
Yeah.
No. It's privacy and safety.
Yep.
I even believe like I'm never gonna get big dogs again. I think 40 pounds is my max. I want to be able to pick them up.
Ooh. You can pick up bays
with a severe preparation, leg support, and grunting. Yes.
And your lifting belt.
Yeah. But. Even if I have a dog that can't jump over I want a 3-foot fence at least around my front yard always.
Okay.
Because I have a thing of like, you keep the good in and the bad out.
Okay. And you think 3 feet keeps the bad out?
Well, to an extent. Like if I'm just like, if a little dog is like trying to get in my yard, like if I'm out in the front yard with a child, a dog, myself, a cat, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit border of safety.
Yeah, that's true. At least delay them for a little bit.
Just delay them for a second.
Yeah.
Like at least they were jumping up and then I could punch them in the face at face height.
That's what I always say because I sleep with my back door open because it's the only way I get any fresh air. And everyone always freaks out because they're like, you live on the ground level and you have you would say it's 3-foot fence, right?
I'd say it's a 4-foot.
4-foot fence? Okay, yeah. And they're like, someone could just easily hop over that. I'm like, yeah, but by the time they hop over it, it's going to make noise. They have to bring bolt cutters to get through that trusty little...
Are you telling people how to break into your house?
No, but I'm just saying if they're putting in that amount of effort...
So if you want to break into Emily's, first, bring a 3-foot ladder.
Yes.
Then bolt cutters. Then...
Exactly.
I've also said that, like, if you don't have a fence... Like, my parents never had a fence around their yard growing up. And we lived on a corner, so people would just walk across our grass.
Oh.
And then they put up a tiny little 3-foot little fence and people stopped walking across the yard. And then also I've noticed that with a fence, people are less likely to just come up to your door, try and talk to you.
Yeah.
If you have, you know how like when people are walking their dogs and their dog poops and they have like their poop bag or whatever, if your trash cans are like up a little bit on your driveway, people will just walk right up and throw them in. But even if a tiny little 3-foot fence, even a 2-foot fence, people aren't going to cross that barrier. It's a physical barrier that people can see that they're less likely to cross.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. It just adds a little extra
security.
That
is okay. ADHD side rant. That is something that I wanted to, because we were like we want to talk about things we learned about on TikTok. And I have gone down a rabbit hole recently of there's this guy. I actually screenshotted his username because I love giving people shout outs. He definitely needs our shout out. He doesn't have 3 million followers all on his own.
Oh, God. We will help you.
You're welcome. His is Killer Bee Tactical. And he used to be, I can't remember if he used to be ex-FBI or ex-detective, but basically he's this massive bodybuilder dude dad. And his whole platform is telling people like safety tips. And I went down a freaking rabbit hole with him, especially after the, was it Idaho murders?
Oh, or that
the house
incel boy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Knifed a bunch of people?
Yes. He went on because I think that's like obviously like anyone dying and anyone getting their house broken into and violated and whatever is like scary. But I think what really scared the mess out of me is I've always thought if there are several people in the house, I'm fine.
Yes.
Like when it's you and Abby and like me, if like I'm spending the night in the guest room, I won't check the doors at night, like the locked doors.
Oh, Abby makes me check the doors every single night.
Yeah. Well, thank God for that because I think this is the first time I was like shook with that realization of like it doesn't matter how many people are in the house or who's in the house because there was a man, a large boyfriend in the house and it still happened. I was like,
well, if you think about the Golden State Killer, he would attack families. Like there'd be kids sleeping in the house and a couple, a man, and a woman.
Yeah.
Like if someone wants to, you're not safe.
Right. So I think that was the first time where it dawned on me where I was like, oh, numbers don't matter if someone's determined.
Yeah.
And so this guy was basically talking on his platform about like things in the future that like you can do or steps you can take to like make yourself safer. And he especially caters towards a lot of women's safety, which I love.
Yeah.
And basically he was saying some things you can do, and I thought this was really cool. This is the rabbit hole I went down last night. Some things you can do if you're a woman either living by yourself or just living in general. It doesn't matter with who, apparently. He said that you can get work boots, dirty work boots.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and leave them outside your door.
So people think there's a man there?
Yeah, right. So he said get dirty work boots and leave them outside your door. So, it looks like a capable big man.
Handy,
Yeah, is living with you. He said never have a personalized doormat because as you put your personalized doormat outside yesterday.
Someone just sent me a doormat that says, anyone coming over has to be approved by all dogs. And there's a picture of Snoop, Blaze, and little dog on it.
Yeah.
And Blaze does look mean, though.
It is the scariest photo of him I have ever seen.
Mad angry.
So I'd say in that case, you're fine. And he said you can put like, he said even if you can't afford a security system,
you put a thing saying you have one in your window.
You can buy stickers off of Etsy or Amazon that say like home secured by AT&T or like whatever.
I also saw a thing that said put a like, because if you don't even have to own a gun, but you can get stickers saying like you're part of the gun association in town or whatever.
Right.
And put those stickers in your window so people think you have a gun.
Or if you don't have a dog, but like you want people to think that, you can put like
beware of dog.
Yeah.
Like a Rottweiler Doberman picture dog on your fence.
And he was the one, and I think I like stumbled across his page when I first got on TikTok like in 2020, but then you like lose people if you don't follow them. But I want to say he was the one that originally said having a dog, no matter what the size is
beneficial.
He said is the best form of protection because he says intruders, whether like they're there to burglarize or they're there to do something more like malice, they don't want you being alerted.
Yes.
So he was like, it doesn't matter if it's a 10-pound Chihuahua or a 120-pound German Shepherd.
Yeah.
They want to be as stealthy as possible. So if you have a dog that barks, they're not going to do it.
All three of mine bark, but the little one barks the most, and she alerts the two big ones. So there's sometimes where they're chilling in the living room, and then all of a sudden she'll be barking in she'll think she hears something way in the other side of the house in the master bedroom, and you just hear her going, yeah! And both of the boys stand up and they like look around and they're like, where is it?
Right.
Like, this is a good system. She's the alarm system and they're the defense.
Yeah. He said it's been proven more effective than having a gun in your house, more effective than having alarm systems, more effective than like locks on your doors, because they don't want you being alerted.
Yeah, which is why it's like, I was like, I have big glass doors. This isn't how you break into my house because, reminder, I have dogs that will go if I tell them to.
Right.
But like I'll lock my massive glass doors. I'm like, someone could just break the glass. But then I'm like, but then that would cause a massive commotion.
Right. Well, and that's what I was getting to with my fence. Like, I would hear them jumping over the fence because my fence does the plastic squeaky. You know? I'd hear them, you know, with their bolt cutters. I'd hear them jiggle. So by the time, like, they get into my apartment, and obviously I have Blaze who would eat
Blaze
them
is staying with her this month.
Yeah, through the door. And by the time I heard all of that, either I could get out of my apartment or I could get my, you know, police grade taser and pepper gel.
Oh,
and
I forgot I need to find my taser.
You need to find your taser. Yeah.
I think I know where it is.
Yeah.
I should find that.
You should. It's like when you wake up in the middle of the night, where's my passport?
Where's my passport? Who has my birth certificate? I literally don't know where my birth certificate.
You have my birth certificate because I don't have a safe and I put it in yours.
In that one?
The one in the house.
Where is that safe?
I'll tell you afterwards.
I don't even know where my safe is.
But yeah, when I was here by myself, when I was dog sitting for you, when you're in New Zealand, I slept on the couch just because I don't know why. I feel really you have a really comfortable couch. So I was sleeping on the couch, and you know how you have those light sensors in your bag?
Yeah.
It's like if a bug flies by it, it's going to turn on, or if someone's walking by it, it's going to turn on. So it does like freak me out sometimes because it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah, those have gone off.
Both of them went off, and you have those big glass doors. And so then I poked Snoop, and I was like, "What's that?" And he like looked, and then he just like went right, and I was like, "All right, I'm fine." He went right back to sleep.
If they don't hear anything, you're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of all the things I want to do to the house to make it more secure now.
Yeah.
I put more lights up.
More lights. Yeah. He said more lights. Also, you can get on Amazon, he said, these little door sensors that are just like battery out, like a single AAA battery operated, and it'll beep when a door opens.
Oh.
So if you do forget to lock your doors, it'll at least like chime. So again, it's like less likely that the intruder will come in because they're chiming.
Yeah.
You know, and then a dog will bark and
yeah.
So like you don't have to be that's this whole thing is like you don't have to have all this money to be secure. You don't have to like live with people or have a gun to be secure. Like
you need a dog.
Yeah. Or if you don't want a dog, you can get the sensors.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's all these like little things that you can do.
Oh, I love my big guy. I feel safe with him around.
Me too.
Yeah.
There are some nights where I'll like be doing work in bed and I'll like just fall asleep and I'll forget to bolt my back door and I'll wake up and I don't care because I have him.
Yeah. He's so big.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. All right. Before we move on to what we learned, do you have more good news?
Yeah.
Oh, God, we just keep going on tangents. All right. Let's check to see one more time if we have another sponsor for today. Sponsor. BetterHelp. BetterHelp is our sponsor for today. Sometimes in life, we're faced with tough choices, and the path forward always isn't the clearest. Whether you're dealing with decisions about your career, your relationships, or literally anything else, therapy can help you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. Sometimes you have 2 great choices in front of you and you don't know which one's the right one, or 2 terrible choices and you don't know which one's the right one. I've been in therapy for almost 3 years now and I absolutely love it. My therapist always asks me the hard-hitting questions to help me figure out what I really want. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/allthingsinternet today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/allthingsinternet. All right, give me good news.
Okay. I will admit. Oh, my mom texted me again. Ugh. Should have never had you. Mom. Just kidding. I love my mom. She's great. Okay. I saw this one and it reminded me because I saw a video very similar to this like not 20 years ago. I'm not 31. I saw this 2 years ago because I'm not old.
What are you saying?
I'm saying there's something that happened in this situation. I saw it happen 20 years ago in an internet video, but I don't want to say that it was 20 years ago because...
Was the internet around when we were 11? When you were 11?
What grade would I have been in when you were 11?
4th to 6th grade, in between there.
Okay, fine, no. Would have been like 8th grade, right? When was the internet?
When you're like 12, 13?
There we go.
Okay.
So... What
is this thing? Blaze, you got like a bump. You got a bug bite.
Do I need to call the vet?
No. Oh my God. Emily and I have been sharing Blaze until she figures her life out, and because she can't function without a dog.
No.
And the amount of phone calls and texts I get, this thing is happening to Blaze. Should I take him to the vet? No, just wait. Just wait. And it always goes away, and he's always fine.
He breathed extra heavy this morning. I already made a vet appointment for 2 p.m.
He came over. They came over this morning, and I took him out to poop. And I was like, "Hey, has he pooped this morning?" She's like, "No, and he didn't poop last night. I'm very worried." And I was like, he's fine." And then he literally goes and poops in front of me. I was like, "See, sometimes he just doesn't need to poop. Just like sometimes you don't need to poop."
I always need to poop. Always. IBS queen.
Stop. You don't have IBS anymore. Stop lying. Stop it. You literally don't have IBS anymore.
Or did I just cure it?
Then either way, you don't have it.
But if I stop, okay, I swear, and this is not scientific. This is, again, it's my opinion. I swear my IBS went away once I started medicating my ADHD. And so I'm just saying, if I ever stop taking my ADHD medication, what? Yeah.
I raised my hand.
Yeah.
Does your ADHD medicine help your anxiety?
No, it makes it worse.
Did you start also taking something for anxiety at the same time you started medicating your ADHD?
No.
Because my big theory is IBS has to do with anxiety.
Oh, yeah. I think that's what like a lot of especially women get frustrated with, because sometimes they'll like literally have celiacs or they'll actually have IBS and the doctor's like, "Oh, you just have anxiety." But a lot of stomach issues do have to do with your sympathetic nervous system.
Don't look at me like I'm gonna know what the crap you're talking about.
Something about your emotions, where basically if like your body's in fight or flight, which is people that have anxiety, your body is constantly producing too much adrenaline or something. I don't know, but you're constantly in fight or flight mode when you have anxiety, and it does kick your intestines into gear, and you like can't process food as well.
We call them the anxiety poops.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever one of us is going through something, you're like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I have anxiety poops.
Yeah,
and it's just like the little squirts.
Yeah. So a lot of times people do have stomach issues because they do have untreated anxiety, or like, they're trying to manage, whatever. But yeah, I think sometimes, also a lot of the time, it's not just anxiety. And I remember getting mad at that because 2 years ago, I basically finally bit the bullet and talked to my doctor about it. And I was like, this is like uncontrollable. Like I need help. And the first thing he did was he was like, "Have you been to a therapist?" I was like, "How about you blood test me?"
Yeah.
For celiacs and, all this other stuff. But yeah, as soon as I started medicating my ADHD, my IBS went away. And I don't know what it is, because ADHD medication, I started taking it 6 months before my anxiety medicine. And ADHD medication is like known for making anxiety 10 times worse. So I don't know what it is. Maybe
what a fun little concoction you have.
I know. Just a little handful of pills every night. Please cure my depression.
All right. Well, we'll never know, will we?
We'll never know. If someone has a theory, I would.
Mine was the anxiety.
Yeah, but
I think like IBS is a thing. Celiac disease is obviously a thing.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of IBS could be either toned down or treated when the anxiety is treated.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people with social anxiety, and that get like, when you first met me, your IBS was through the roof because you were so anxious about hanging out with me.
Yeah.
You were eating all of my Pepto.
You would text me and you'd be like, "Where's my Pepto?" I'd be like, "It's gone." That went through and through my mouth and out the other end.
So like, I think a lot of like the flare-ups could definitely be tamed with anxiety.
Yeah.
Taming.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Did we even talk about any other good news? Or are we just literally talking about whatever we want?
Well,
what do you want?
Okay, I saw this really cute video, and it's basically, okay, I'm just going to describe it. I don't know why I feel the need to read it and be like all professional. I'm just going to describe it. So
I literally didn't even write anything down.
Well, you have more folds in your brain than I do. Okay, so this man's
What a way to say someone's smarter. You have more folds in your brain.
My sister used to call me smooth brain like my entire life. They'd be like, "Oh, you have such a smooth brain." And I'd be like, "Okay," not understanding what that meant.
Because her folded brain knew and yours didn't.
Yeah, apparently the more folds you have in your brain, is the smarter you are, not how big your brain is. It doesn't matter how big or small your brain is. It's how many folds you have. The more folds, the smarter.
Can you create folds?
No.
So you're just the smoothness of your brain is determined at birth, and then you're just screwed from there?
Exactly. That's why I say I'm not inherently smart. I just work hard.
Same.
Yeah. My smooth brain just puts in the little extra 10%.
The ADHD just getting us through things.
Exactly. Okay, so this daughter was getting married, and she told her dad a few months before the wedding that she really wanted her dad and her stepdad to walk her down the aisle, and that she wanted to surprise him on her wedding day. So her stepdad was, already seated. He like walked with the family and got seated. And then when she was at the top of the aisle getting ready to walk down, her dad let go of her, went and got the stepdad, brought him over to the other side of her, and then they walked her down the aisle together, which I thought was very cute because, like, obviously both the dads, because she said she was raised by, like, I don't know, how do you phrase that? Like, she was raised by both dads, like, her entire life, because she would go back and forth.
You sound like a homophobe. How do you even say that?
Because I didn't want to be like,
raised by both dads? How do I explain this to my children?
Because, like, I don't know. I didn't want to be insulting to either dad because, like, both.
She was raised by both men.
By both men. Yes, there we go. Yeah, and so it was, I don't know what it is about men crying that makes me sob. I think it's because we never see them cry. It's like very rare. And so when I see men crying, it automatically gets the floodgates going. And so when the dad went to go get the stepdad, also, just to specify, they're not stepdads as in they're gay.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like they both remarried, like the mom remarried. It's the mom's, yeah, whatever. But yeah, when the dad went to go get him and like grabbed his hand and lifted him out of the seat, he just started bawling. And I was like, well, there it is, sitting in my bed at 2 a.m. while my upstairs neighbor has a dance party. And I'm bawling over a wedding video.
Oh, my goodness.
So that was really cute.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This one's big. Huge. It may be the best news in the entire world.
It'll be the title of our entire video.
Britney Spears announces the release of her memoir.
How did you not lead with this?
I'm so sorry. I think it's because I'm in such shock still because I just saw it this morning. Yeah. So she has a memoir. It's called The Woman in Me, and you can pre-order
not
it.
A girl, not yet a woman. I think Gleeked
no
spit on his.
I can't wait to replay this and watch. Oh my god. Gleeking freaks me out.
I've never done it before. I think I just spit too much.
Well, like,
Abby can do it. She'll literally be like, and like it shoots out from under her tongue. I'm like, get the and she'll keep doing it at me because it freaks me out. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I have to put my tongue back.
I have to put my tongue back. Do you ever like realize that your tongue just doesn't sit and then
it is constantly pushing my 2 front teeth forward.
Oh.
And I think that's why my teeth are messed up.
Mine's always pushing on the roof of my mouth.
No, mine's always pushing my 2 front teeth forward, and then my jaw moves forward.
Oh.
I have a messed up mouth.
We do. I have really bad TMJ.
I used to.
How did you fix it? No. That makes it worse. That makes it so much worse. No.
I literally didn't say anything because I didn't have a joke, and then you just made up one in your head, and it looked like I was funny. I literally didn't have anything to say because it just went away.
Oh, interesting. When you get this coy little smile, I always think it's a sex joke. So, and I was like, no, girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a joke.
Okay.
Well, I didn't have anything.
Well, I think
that's how I'm going to start telling jokes from now on is I'm just going to look at you with a coy smile and you're just going to you're so funny that you'll make up the joke in your head and I'll seem hilarious.
I'll finish it for you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm very curious because a lot of times when celebrities do memoirs, they have a ghostwriter.
Yes.
And so I'm very curious if this book is going to be written like her Instagram posts.
No, it'll be a ghostwriter. I'm a little concerned though. Who's actually telling the stories?
Yeah.
Is it Britney? Is it her husband? Is it her manager? Is it her family?
Right.
I want a documentary.
I want juicy details.
I want her to sit down and tell us everything.
Agreed. Yes. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I cannot wait for the conspiracy theories to come out about this.
Oh, I'm so excited.
There already are conspiracy theories about the title, The Woman in Me.
I'm not a girl. not yet a woman.
You do the it's really good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm very excited about this, and you can pre-order it. I'm not sure when it comes out.
I just started reading Elliot Page's memoir last night. I'm 20 pages in.
Okay, and what are they talking? They? He. Okay. What is he talking about?
I couldn't remember.
Oh.
Boy. He.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if he did they them or he him.
Hasn't been explained yet in the memoir.
Okay, haven't gotten that far.
Very jumpy.
Oh.
It's not a fluid story.
Okay.
It's very jumpy with a lot of history facts involved.
Okay, get into it.
I'm not a big memoir person, but I bought it to support. And then I was like, well, I have nothing to read and I need to read. So I started reading it, and it's very jumpy, and it's a lot of like, back in Nova Scotia, I kissed my first boy at this historic landmark.
By the way. And then tells a whole history fact for 2 pages. And I'm like, honestly, pop
And there's
off.
a lot of like years and big words that like names of things. And my brain goes,
yeah.
My brain, like, I don't like that.
No.
Tell me a story.
Yeah.
I don't like history. I literally will just skim over all those words. Won't even try and read them.
Yeah. Fair.
I appreciate that. I noticed that he.
I know. I just don't want to get it wrong.
I don't either. I think he.
Okay. Just know if we're getting it wrong, we're not doing it out of disrespect.
We could just look up Elliot Page's pronouns.
We could also do that.
Elliot Page's pronouns. He and they.
Oh, okay. So we're both right.
He grew up in Canada, and Canada recently realized that they also had a terrible past of the fact that they killed all the natives and renamed all the lands. And
what?
So I can tell Elliot is trying to be very aware of all of that when writing it. I don't know if he wrote it or he had a ghostwriter. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's their stories.
Right.
But he'll be like, oh yeah, I went to this park named blah, which was originally named blah blah blah, and was inhabited by, and then like saying all the tribes names and things like that.
That's cool.
So that's a lot of the book though, and I'm like, I
no
appreciate it. I'm gonna skim
right
past
over
all the history facts, because they gave history facts about some ships colliding and all these things, and
I want juicy details.
I want the juicy details.
Yeah. I want it to read like we are friends sitting down and you're telling me your life story.
Yeah. I'm also not a big memoir person.
But
I am enjoying the parts learning about them as a person.
Okay.
And their family and growing up. And I had no idea that when Juno came out that they were like, people were trying to figure out their sexuality and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know anything about that. Yeah. And like hearing all of it, I'm like, I hate the world.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it. And I was getting so mad for them. And like, so I love hearing all about that. And it's definitely written by a smart person.
Okay. So not for me then. Not for me.
So it's good. I like reading it, but it wasn't what I expected. I'm sure once I get halfway through, I'm going to be like in the vibe of it and be like, yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we should get to what we learned today, because we're running out of time. Unless you had more good news.
Yeah, but we can save it. It doesn't expire.
Good news doesn't expire?
Good news does not expire.
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about what I learned today.
Okay.
And by today, I mean this week.
Okay.
Coal, as in the rock? Yeah.
Okay.
Charcoal. This is what we're talking about.
Okay, I love this.
Abby sent me a TikTok. Amazing old lady, right?
Yeah.
Holding a bag of charcoal. She's like, charcoal. Used more than just as briquettes for your barbecue. This woman blew my mind.
Please tell me. Glasses, short blonde hair, like grandma status.
I mean, I can look at it if you want me to show you what she looks like.
I love her page, if we're thinking about the same person.
That's your TikTok. Where is... Wait, I'm almost there. Abby sent it. Yeah, this lady.
Love her.
Yes.
What's her handle?
Her handle is everyone's grandmother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's grandmother. She's verified. She's famous. 3.8 million on TikTok. but she was talking about how charcoal is great for like you break off a piece and put it in your vase before you put your flowers in it, and it'll help soak up all the toxins. And it's also great it soaks up all. It's very porous.
Yeah.
So you know how like I have charcoal balls in my shower heads because it soaks up all the toxins of stuff. So she said put it in your fridge and it'll soak up bad smells. Ooh. Or anywhere that has a bad smell, like your closet, your car. Just put it in a little jar. A few charcoals. Don't use the kind that are soaked in lighter fluid, obviously. So you like a bag of charcoal. You can get some that are soaked in lighter fluid.
I knew that, of course.
And then there are some that aren't, and you buy extra lighter fluid and spray that on them.
Obviously.
Okay, great. So don't get the lighter fluid kind.
Okay, great.
And then she's like, it also soaks up moisture. So you can put it in a sock and put it in like damp places, or put it in a jar with holes in it, put it in damp places. Charcoal, ladies and gentlemen, new best friend.
Oh.
It soaks things up.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah. That was what I learned, and I was very excited about it.
Wow. Okay.
What'd you learn?
I took a screenshot.
Okay.
Oh, also, I'm just going to real quick. Well, I mean, technically, I did learn this online. McDonald's is giving away free fries on Thursday for National French Fry Day, which is today, if you're listening to this on the day that we released it.
I can't eat them. They're soaked in animal fat, but please go get them.
Wait, McDonald's French fries?
They're what? Like the what they fry them in, the oil or something has some sort of animal product on it.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. The only thing I can eat at McDonald's is the apple pies.
I love their apple pies.
Same.
Oh my God.
They're so good. But they're always so hot. You know they take like 13 minutes to heat up or something like that?
What?
Yeah, I went to a McDonald's on my way up to Mammoth, as I do.
As one does.
Yeah. And we were all like, let's go get some apple pies and some food. Everyone ordered some food. I ordered apple pies. Abby wanted one too. I sat and I'm Snapchatting like, why is this taking so long? And I went up and I was like, hey, it's been like 10 minutes. Can I have my apple pie? And there's like no one in the restaurant. It's just me sitting at a table waiting for my apple pie. And, you know, I get it. Sometimes people forget. They think the order's been filled, like whatever. So I'm just like, hey, just don't forget about me.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, they'll be out in a minute. And I started Snapchatting about it, like being like, my apple pies are taking a long time. I got them piping hot, went to the car, and then someone replied to the Snapchat being like, oh, I used to work at McDonald's. Yeah, they take like 13 minutes to heat up or something.
I thought they just popped that frozen bad boy in the microwave for like a minute and a half.
Same.
Yeah.
Apparently, like put them in like an oven or something. I don't know. But I was like, there needs to be a better system.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have them on the ready.
Right. I do still want it.
But imagine being behind someone in a drive-thru that just ordered an apple pie.
A singular apple pie.
Well, you always order two. It's like 2 for $1.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh
anyway,
God.
So that's something you've also learned to know.
Okay, I learned with broccoli and carrots and lettuce, if they're wilted or soft, you can get a bowl and fill it with ice water and put them in the bowl of ice water and leave them in there for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes. And then when you go back and you drain the water.
Oh, the camera died. 1 sec. All right, we're back. So you leave it in the ice water for 20 minutes, come back.
And then it's rock hard again. So you don't have wilted.
Is it because it's frozen?
Well, I don't know. Just saw TikTok about it.
Wait, because I'm like, you could freeze a wilted piece of celery.
I don't know. We should try it.
But like, that doesn't make it good again. It just makes it frozen.
Let's try it. Because it didn't seem like it, like.
You think Abby's going to let vegetables go bad in our fridge?
Okay, I will bring my wilted vegetables.
Thank you.
Over here and we can try this.
Thank you. All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's going to be it for today. That's our good news and what we learned this week on the internet.
Yeah. Our ADHD rants.
We'll do less rants next time and more not educational. More what we learned in good stories.
Yeah.
But that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Thanks for joining. We love you guys. Please subscribe, follow, do all the things. Dog of the day, Blaze Boy.
He's so asleep. Everyone's always commenting and they're like, I wish I could sleep as hard as Blaze does during your podcast.
Dude, pit bulls are notorious for being hard sleepers.
Yeah.
They only need like 2 hours of awake time in the day.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time they're out.
And they snore so loud.
Because they're sleeping.
Yeah.
And they got big bodies to put air in.
They're out.
I love him. All right. We love you guys though, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of All Things Internet. Please make sure to like and follow our podcast on whichever platform you're currently listening to it on. And make sure to follow us at Podcast ATI on Twitter, where where you can ask questions and get the latest updates on our show. We love you. Thanks for listening. I'm Rachel Ballinger, and this has been All Things Internet.